Alrighty, how's it going, everybody? 01 back again. We are here on Vulcan playing Stationeers, and I'm looking at my little solid fuel generator maker thing. It's a solid fuel maker, which goes into the solid fuel generator. Yeah. Anyways, we have apparently a lot of pressure in here, so it's a little warm in there right now. I have to get the pressure down, so we'll let that kind of calm down a little bit. So these are working, right? I think, right? That's doing a thing and shoving it back into there. Okay, sweet. I mean, I have a little too much pressure in there, but I mean that's fine, right? Just means it'll hold longer. That's how that works, right? Anyways, we have to get this up to 950 degrees. All right, so if we look here, 950 kelvins is what we need. We had that at one point, but then, yeah, we lost it. So, and I have to keep an eye on the pressure here, because we have 0 pressure out here. We have nearly 200 pressure in here, and those windows can only handle 200. Now, these outer windows right here, these ones I believe can handle 300. I could be wrong, though. Hang on, what kind of windows are these anyways? Oh, it's a composite window. Oh, so that can only handle 200. Okay, well, meh, it's fine. So it's less likely that those 3 windows right there are going to break because there's pressure outside, so it kind of limits the, pressure differential on either side of the window. Whereas in here, where it is a complete vacuum, we get a little bit closer to that. So that means that if anything does break, it'll be these 2 windows. Yeah. Fun times, right? Let's let that kind of calm down a little bit. Power's kind of eh. And then I also need to run this thing and have this thing control this, because that would be a good thing to have run. And then we could offset this. So the purpose, like this, filling this up has 2 purposes, right? So one, it gives us pollutant, volatiles, and CO2. The other thing is it reduces the pressure inside this tank, which is what I'm using to maintain a vacuum inside this whole thing. So everything eventually gets thrown into here as long as it goes through this vent right here. And the vent that I have downstairs just vents it outside, which is probably not great, but it's a thing, I guess. Okay, so we're down to 177 again, so let's bring this back up. Temperature in there is rising up pretty quickly. We're off, falling by about 4 degrees between the atmospheric pressure and the pressure inside of there. So this thing keeps the pressure pretty good. So 677 C is what that has to get up to. So we'll let that kind of go for a little bit, I guess, and then once it's up to temperature, then we should be able to just run everything, which should be fun, right? Of course, I'm gonna have to start, well, I mean, I've got 200 in there right now, right? But I have to degas anything or any of the coal that I put through there, so that way it doesn't degas inside of this furnace, because then that just is going to make everything more difficult. So, yeah. Not ideal, but, it is a thing. As long as that stays under 200, I think we should be all right. All right, so let's go and check on our greenhouse and make sure that that is working somewhat well. Grab this little bit of fertilizer here, I guess. Okay, so fertilizer can go in there. Okay, so this is seeded, right? Yes, okay, good. 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 I think that's all good. Are tomatoes growing? This is my last tomato right here. If this one dies, I have no more tomatoes. So I'm really, really, really hoping that that survives. Because it'd be bad if it didn't. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull these out. There's all of our seeds. It's just kind of cool. And I think each of these has like 4 potatoes, which is insane. Yep, that's the 3rd potato. And the 4th potato. There we go. Good to go. Okay, so that is going to move all of this in there. I think it like stacks everything automatically, which is kind of nice. It's a lot of potatoes. I mean, we have like 12, so that's like 48 potatoes we just picked up. It's a lot of potato. Okay, we will get some of this out. Plant it again, because this allows us to make even more fertilizer. Then potato seed, potato. There we go, more fertilizer. There we go. All right, and then you can go here and here. We are dropping in pressure in here. Why? Because we're not refilling, because I think our nitrogen is gone. Okay. You can pause for a moment. I don't need to be pulling any more air out of here. Okay, so next thing. We have 20 potatoes. I will throw some of those in there. Potato seeds. This is another stack of 20 potatoes. You can go into there. That's 17 potatoes, potato seeds, another 20 potatoes. Okay, so that all goes down into the composter. And then I suppose I can take these all out and we'll plant from here. Okay, so I need to make more nitrogen, basically. Fertilizer, there we go, more seeds. Okay. Okay. Then, I would like to get the fertilizer. I think I only have 3 pieces left. This is where I will plant the soybeans. So we'll put those here. That will use up all of my fertilizer. Okay. And now I need to make sure that I have enough water that I can run the composter again. I have 6 liters in there. Okay, have I made more water? I have not. Have I got more in here? No, I do not. I have no pressure in there, which is not great. So I guess we just make what we can. We're not at like a very high surplus of stuff yet. So it's a little not great right now. And if I... Okay, so I really... Man. I need more water. Like a lot more water. Like a ridiculous amount of water. That would be great. I could call down a trader and see if we could trade anything. Could be a thing that I could do. I would need money, though, because I have 8 credits right now, which is not very much. And then how is this doing? We have a lot. Alright, we will stop that for now. And then how much do we have in here? 31, okay. How are we doing in here? Alright, and then how are we doing in here? It's ticking up slowly. That should probably be running. Okay. I may need to either expand the greenhouse, which would be fun, by the way, or find a way to plant more stuff in there. Because I need more oxygen. Because right now I think the reason why there is no oxygen in there is because it is trying to fill up the other little air tank in there. So let's go and check that real quick. Yeah, it's still trying to... Oh, wait, no. I turned it off because we don't have enough nitrogen to finish, replenish, I guess. Okay. So I need water so I can run the composter, so I can get the nitrogen, so I can get the pressure inside the greenhouse, so I can grow the stuff, so I can take out the oxygen. Okay. Right. That should be enough for now. That should be going through quite quickly because it is higher pressure. And then it will slow down as it gets farther down, which, you know, is fine. Okay, so we have 2.31 liters in there already, which is good, potentially. How are we doing over here? Oh, right, this is damaging the window. So I need to do something with that. That is absolutely a thing that I need to try to fix. Okay. I have 2. That is not enough. Do I have regular pipes down here? I have insulated pipes. I have liquid pipes. I mean, I have like a ton of insulated pipes, so I'm not against using them. But I think what I may end up having to do is perhaps running that pipe all the way up the side of the building. Where am I going? I don't know where I'm going. I'm going this way. Okay. We'll put those back down there. So I'll run the pipe all the way up to the top, which is probably going to require a couple stacks of stuff. Okay. And then I would like to make a cowl, because it just kind of completes the look, I guess. Cowl. Okay, you can do a thing, and then this needs to be on, so that way this can be emptied. Okay. And then I can head outside and hopefully get some of this fixed. All right, so if I was to do this, I would probably want to run it... Oh, and I can't because there's something there. Okay, so then this is going to have to get pushed out then. Okay. Where's a wrench? Okay, wrench it is. But I still need it to be after this, so, okay. Let me do this. You can go away. You can come... There we go. So that passive vent can come out. And then... should I... Hang on. We're going to do this, because then I can paint this whole thing brown. And then get that up as high as I can. Outside the building here. Okay, hang on. I don't want that to be kind of like in front of the window. So I'm going to be picky and have it go over first and then up. Yeah, the game is going to keep trying to push me down at this height because I'm up too high. Okay. And then I need the cowl, which I did not pick up for some reason. Okay. Well, that was very, very intelligent of me to do it like that. Okay. Come on, let's go. Wow, that got us up very, very high. Oh my god. Nope. Put it on top of here. Thank you. Alright. There we go. Okay. So that is that. And now I can safely evacuate that without it actually damaging anything. So that'll be good. We need to swap out our waste tank. So let's go and do that. Alright, and then this can empty. Alright, how are we doing here? Still processing. Oh. That is now dead. Okay. Let's see. Water filter. heavy. Okay. And then we are at 15 in here. Temperature is at 314, which is still fairly high. It's supposed to be getting down to 25. That squeaky noise that you heard was my little plastic cup, which is holding my drink. All right, so we are at 17 megapascals and falling slowly. That should be good enough. Okay, so we should be approaching summer, so... Oh, we are needing power. Very much needing power. Also, this is still running. So that should be more than good enough. There we go. So there is our solid fuel hydrocarbon. And then that should... We're at 1,000 degrees in there right now. That's great. This broke. From what? Probably from one of these things breaking. That's fine. We'll just crush it. Alright, so how are we doing? We have 4 liters of water. Our temperature is still very high. Of course, we're still going through all of this, so that's fun. Filter. There you go. And it is not moving very fast because there is not much or not enough pressure in there compared to the pressure in here, I guess. Alright, that's fun. Fine, fun, whatever. Okay. So that is doing a thing. This is still condensing out. Okay. How are we doing here? We're still actually doing fairly good. Okay. So apart from needing water, we also need more nitrogen. So let's run this for a little while. There we go. It is grinding. And it is grinding more. Okay. I don't think that is going to be creating any kind of nitrogen. Oh, it is. While it is grinding. Okay. Alright. I mean, so long as it's, you know, doing a thing, I guess that's okay. And I am worried about our liquids, though. If I run out of water, that is going to be an issue, because then my plants will die. So, let's turn this off for now, because I really need to make sure that I do not run out of water. Which is why I need this to get as much water in there as possible. Mostly I'm concerned about my tomato. I don't want my last little tomato to die. Okay, that is right. It's not pulling out any more oxygen until I can get the room back up to pressure. And then Charles, one of my regular listeners, left a comment saying, hold down the Alt button before you drink from the fountain. So I am holding down the Alt button. I will click, and it immediately lets you fill up all the way without having to sit there and hold it. So, Charles, useful. Appreciate it. Now we will take a shower. How much water do we have in here? 3 liters? Dude, we can actually do something with that. So let's turn this on. Process out those 3 liters. Now, if you guys can hear the sound in the background, that sound that you hear right now will change once you run out of polluted water. Okay, just about done. All right. Now, you don't hear the dunk, 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 right? Now it's just kind of just doing a thing. So I'm wondering if this is... I think it still runs even if you don't hear that sound. But as soon as that sound stops, stop your little purifier. So that way you're saving as much as you can. Okay, so that gave us a little bit more... water, so that's good. We are at 6 liters still in here. Okay, so we're still okay here. We have fern seeds, good. Fern seeds, more fern seeds. More fern seeds. All right. Okay. What is the... Okay, so we're up to 4 point... We still have a lot of CO2 in here, so I'm not really too worried about planting these things. Okay, and then the rest of this can go down here. Okay, good. As long as our tomato is still growing, I'm okay. And then we're also replenishing our seeds here, which is good. And then I still have to grow the soybeans, so that'll be another thing. Okay, so are we increasing pressure here? Very, 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 very slowly. Oh, and I could probably bring this back down again to like 2%, because then I can get more of the CO2 in here. I don't have to worry about that too much, I don't think. Okay. So let's go and see how our water is doing, because we need lots and lots and lots of water. I still don't have like a surplus of water yet. I mean, I probably do, but it's really close. So, have we finished in here? We have. Okay, so that can turn off. And what are we doing over here? We're at 291, and we have about 6 liters. We'll probably end up about 8 liters once everything is done. Now, one thing I kind of wonder about, if I look at the hydroponic station, is it going to tell me how much water is currently in there or how much it is using, or is that going to constantly change? Because what I would like to do is if it gets to a point to where it's low, I want it to tell me. So 0.986 is our ratio of water. Required power, total moles is 2.06. I don't know what that pertains to. Is it our total moles of water? Because that's kind of the only thing that goes in there. So I would assume that would be towards the water. And I guess it's reading the atmosphere too. Or not. I don't know. It's very confusing. Okay, what are these ones doing? 986, 986, 986, 986, 206, 206, 206, and 206. I don't know. I don't know what that means. If it means anything at all. Okay, let's take a look at... Okay, so we are out of nitrogen again. But everything is still growing, so that's good. I don't know. I guess we just wait until we get the next batch of water, and then we can run the composter, get some more of that nitrogen, and then we can turn the oxygen collection back on. We're at 261 for temperature. I feel like this could cool faster. I mean, we have the pollutant in here. The pollutant is somewhat warm. I don't know. Right now we're just waiting on changing things, running things, updating things. Did I throw the solid fuel in there and then turn that on? I did. Are we fully charged? We are very nearly fully charged. Alright, so that should be okay. Okay, so I should probably turn that off now. Okay. Well, let's see. Still needs to drop more. Yeah, that needs to drop quite a lot. Yeah, I definitely need a better water system. Okay, so how would I go about doing that? One, I would need to get this line here to go down. And that would have to be done from the outside, so I could do that real quick. Okay, so let's drop down into here. Take this out. Grab some of this. And that should be enough for me to grab it from here, but I will run it down the rest of the way. Okay. So that should be good. Alright, then we need to have this thing welded back in. Welder, there we go. Wonderful. Alright, now we can go back inside, because it is warm out here. Okay, so that is doing a thing. This probably does not need to be on right now. So we can turn that off, save a little bit of power. Alright, so if I wanted to set something up down here for our fuel, basically our water maker, just trying to think right now on the best way to make this thing. Oh, we have some fertilizer. That's lovely. What do we have for water? 17 liters. I need to keep a bunch of that. Okay, so what do I have for other stuff? Okay, atmospherics, good. This will be my combustor. Okay, and then we need our power to go into here. Okay, so that's eventually going to have to get connected to something. We can grab those 2 pipes that I have upstairs to complete the combustor. Here we go. I'm probably going to need more cable. And then I have to figure out how to cool all of this down. Okay. And then I would like to have a tank of some sort. Gas tank, that is. That I can just kind of shove everything into. Insulated, preferably. Okay. Also, this active vent I probably don't need, so we'll throw that into there. Passive vent, probably don't need that either yet. Alright. Okay, so now the idea here is that I want this to sort of sip the water. If that makes any kind of sense, probably not. I want it to cool the water in small portions at a time. So I'm not exactly sure what the best way to do that will be, but we will figure something out. Because then I can use it quicker. Okay. So that is going to combust stuff. I would like to have a meter on that so I can see how much pressure I have. That is a phase change device. That is not a meter. I do not have one. Okay. So, actually, this is... Yeah, that's open. Okay, good. Alright, so this should be filling up with cold air soon. What's the temperature out there? 402. Okay. Yeah, 128. So that should be filling. Okay, good. So that should hopefully drop the temperature in there a little bit, which will be good. Okay. So how are we doing here? 8.71 liters at 140 degrees. Okay, that's fine. All right. I would like to have an analyzer. Another analyzer. Analyzer. And then maybe like a console or something to read or just display the CO2. So I have one console here. I will take that with me. I have an active vent there and a passive vent there. So these could probably... Whoops. I meant to turn those white, not the other way around. Oh well, it's fine. Then we have a console here, console there. Wait, isn't this... Hang on. And then a sensor. I don't need that, though. Okay, so that should be fine for now. I'm going to need a gas display card as well. So that can go here with me. we doing here? You're still doing your thing? Okay, good. All right. So I would like to put this here. And then we'll take this and put this on here. Flip it around though. And then we can run this down here. And then gas display can go into here. And that can go there. All right. Okay, so that will do a thing. It needs power though, but that's fine. I could run this cable over and kind of run that off of this little power system. It's basically just capturing any pollutant that collects in here and just releasing it back out into the wild. Okay. So, next thing. We have our insulated tank, which I would like to set up here. Okay, so this is going to be our dirty blue water, or steam technically, but I don't have a paint color for that. So that will just have to go out to there for now. And then I'm going to need several cooling loops or something. And I think this can be done fairly easily. I'm going to need a lot more atmospherics kits. Do I want a counterflow heat exchanger? Probably not. I mean, I am going to want heat exchangers, just not those ones. Okay. Next thing. Atmospherics units. Atmospherics. There we go. We can make 12. No, less than 12. 9. Yeah, we pretty much have even parts of gold and copper, so 9 times 5 is 45, 9 times 20 is 180, so kind of works out. All right, how are we doing over here with our water? We are at 94 degrees, okay. We're almost at 9 liters, so that's good. We have our first atmospherics kit. And then I'm gonna have to make a bunch of small heat exchangers as well. That can go there. And then if I take in our night air, which is kind of like our heatsink medium, we should be able to do a fair amount of cooling with it. So we'll get that going. Let me grab some small heat exchangers. Large direct, small direct, kit heat exchanger. Do I want to use this one? Requires Invar, a lot of it. And we have large direct, counterflow. I think I'm just going to go with this small one. It just requires steel and copper, so I can make quite a few of those. so that's 3. Oh, sorry, 4. And then we'll stop at 5, and we'll see where we can get with that. And I have survived 214 days without dying, according to the game. So that's good. Alright, so this is our large tank for just nice cold night air. And then all of this can go into here as well. So how many moles of cool night air do we have in there? And it's 165, which is great. Okay, so first things first, we're going to set up our first loop here. And I can probably get a little bit closer. Okay, and then I'm going to need a bunch of regular pipes, which I don't have. Alright, let's make a bunch of those.
Hydration critical.
Apparently I should probably drink something first. Oh, whoops. Yeah, let's eat that first, and then finish off this one. There we go. And then, holding down Alt, click immediate drink. Nice. So again, that is thanks to Charles. Alright, so that should be good for now.
Low pressure.
Alright, we're at 53 minutes already? Dude. Okay, so what is our temperature at now? 71 degrees. It's cooling down a little faster now. It's kind of slow there for a minute. Okay. Right, regular pipe. There we go.
Air tank low.
Really? I was just up there. Apparently. Okay, so we should probably turn on our air collection again, because we're going to run out if we don't. Okay, that should be enough for a while. Okay. Hopefully my tomatoes are still alive. Good. Still alive, still thriving. Excellent. Alright, right, we're still at 64 for pressure in here. We have a fair amount of nitrogen now, so I should be able to grow the soybeans. I'll just grow like one of them. I only have 2 of them? Well, that's great. Okay, it is thriving. I do have fertilizer there, so it should give me lots of soybeans, which means more planting, potentially more seeds, so that'll be good. That is going to take a lot of pressure out of here, though, so that makes me very nervous. But we are about to dump another 6 liters of water into here, and we have a storm outside, so that's lovely. Also, fertilizer can go into here. So that should fill that back up. Good. $59. I think that is good enough. We'll send that up. It'll cool anyways, so I'm not really too worried about it. All right. And then we can get our oxygen collection going again. But first off, I want to run the composter. So if you don't mind, please run. We have 21 liters, so we can drop 4 liters to get back to where we were before. So hopefully that will be okay. And I just ran through all of that. Okay, so let's continue what we're doing here. I'm going to need more cable. Okay. So this is going to be our first stage of cooling. We're going to take this in from here. So this will just be a brown line, I guess. Well, let me grab a full... There we go. All right, and then we can paint this. Okay, that should be good. All right, so this will be our first refrigerant. Okay, so that will immediately throw a bunch. Well, I'm gonna, yeah, I need more wire. Need a lot more wire. Yeah, we're gonna run all of this off of this transformer here. So this needs to go like that, and that was the last of that. So you need to go up a lot. I'm thinking like 2,500-ish. All right, and then this, how are you doing? 3,500? Nope. We'll do 6,500. I don't know how much it actually needs. So it's a question that I cannot answer right now. I do know that I need more wire, so we're going to make that right now. Nope, that is not what I want you to make. There we go. Make more. Good. I haven't had to switch out my battery in a while. That's always nice. I could use a fresh waste tank, though. Also, are you still condensing? You are not. Okay, let's see what we have for wire. 22, we can get more. Get this under 1 kilopascal and then we'll fill it back up again. If it wants to get there, it is taking its sweet time. All right, good. Good. All right, let's grab our cables. There should be a lot now. Good. Straight up 50. I'll take it. Power is good. Storms are pretty good for that. Okay, so now I need to get this somehow through here. Oh, that's going to be a problem. This has to move out. I need more room here. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to get pipes in the back there. And that would be a problem. There we go. And then we can just change this up slightly. Okay, so that should work. Gives us room for all of the cables to go through, which is good. That can go there, good. And then we're gonna need this, and then that will go in there like that. All right, so that should be good there. Okay. So we're going to need to fill this with something. Also, this is doing a thing. Let me... Hang on. This can go here. That can go there. And then that can go here. We want to look at the pipe analyzer. And we want to look at the pressure. Hey, there we go. All right, so that will tell us how much fuel we have. If I turn that off, okay. So that does require that to be on. Okay. Now, so this next part is going to be the part that's not going to be easy. Let's see, if I did... Hang on, I'm building it in my mind right now. Because I have to put in all of our little heat exchangers, right? That's how we... I mean, granted, this doesn't have to be... This just has to be connected in series to the next stages, right? But I don't want to feed this, whatever gas is in here, through here. So I have to have this be a closed system, and then the only way that we pick off of that is through these, right? So then this has to go in here somewhere, and then it would go in here like that. And then that is how we would cool this in stages, in like little bitty sips. And then we would have to go... See, and this is like where it gets interesting, is like, how do we... I mean, do I put this like here and then just kind of like connect into it before I get to the next one? Like, how much space do I actually need in here? Or could I put it up one? And then, nope, put it on its side like this, that way I can still run everything underneath it. That would be interesting. It would save space. I do like it. So if I did that, we would then have to build all of our other stuff around that. So this would have to go over to here, and then back in over here. And then I would like to make that, hang on, a utility, inline tank, because then you have more volume, and you can make it work better. No, that's not the right color, of course, but should be fine. All right, and then that would go here. And then we would go and do a three-way corner here. And then that would feed into here, into one side of that. So then that would plug this whole thing into here, which would then tie in the cooling that I could get off of this. And then we could probably do some other shenanigans here. So if I put like a valve in here, then I could take then I could fill this up with whatever is in here, but I don't know if whatever is in here is good enough for us to use. If it has pollutant in there, it's questionable, because as we cool that down, the pollutant's got to come out. Which, you know, wouldn't be a problem. I could run that, but that would just make everything more complicated. So probably not the best idea to do that. And then, of course, we need to get this in here, which is easier than I thought. Okay. So then that would run a loop into here. So then I would need a valve to put something in there. Or do I want like a pump, like a turbo pump maybe? I don't know. I have a digital valve. Because as soon as I put pollutant in here and I cool it down, we're probably going to run into issues. And we have 51,000 moles of pollutant in there. 206,000 moles of volatiles. That is a lot of volume in there. Okay, so if I did this, well, we're going to need to paint this because it has to be painted. And we are over an hour in the video, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to end the video here. We'll continue working on this in the next one, and then hopefully we will have a cooling system for our water that works better than what we've got currently. We're at 19. Okay, good. And it is still processing. So hopefully that will give us a lot of nitrogen. So that can go there. This can go here. We'll use that eventually. But this can go upstairs. All right, and then how much nitrogen do we currently have? 164 kilopascals. We have 500 kilopascals in there. Good. So that means our greenhouse should be fully pressurized and functional. So let's go and check on that real quick before we sign off. Yeah, we'll just go up here. It'll be easier. Hopefully everything is still alive. Looks like it. All right, good. Have some of that. All right. There's all the seeds. Nice. We have 4 potatoes each, so that's going to be 48 potatoes again. So that'll be good. Pressure in here is good. There we go. And we still have fertilizer and everything, so that's good. These are all seeded, so I should probably replace them. Our tomato is still alive. Our soybean is alive. That's good. I guess we can harvest the fern seeds real quick. That one doesn't have fern seeds, nor does that, or that. Okay, that's fine. There we go. So our fern seeds are now repopulated. I'll just regrow these. Okay. Nice. Another 2 fern seeds. There we go. And then these can also be replanted. And the rest of this can just go down there. Okay, fun. Alright, so that is going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and if you did, hopefully you'll join me for the next one. But until then, have a good one.